Dutch van der Linde, a name that evokes respect, fear, and above all, questions. What turns a charismatic man into a monster? Was he always a wolf in sheep's clothing, or did the world corrupt him? In this analysis, we'll delve into the psyche of one of gaming's most complex characters, a leader who promised freedom but sowed chaos. Dutch wasn't born with a gun in his hand. According to Red Dead Redemption 2's dialogue fragments, he grew up in a world that romanticized freedom but practiced oppression. An orphan, he found solace in philosophy. Evelyn Miller, his spiritual guide, Nietzsche, and Thoreau shaped his vision of an anarchist utopia. Dutch saw himself as a modern Robin Hood, stealing from the rich to protect his family. But his past is a deliberate fog. Was he an abandoned child who dreamed of controlling his destiny, or a narcissist who used idealism to justify crimes? The ambiguity is key. Without a clear origin, his fall is even more tragic. Hosea Matthews was Dutch's moral compass. While Dutch dreamed of revolutions, Hosea preferred quiet calms. Their dynamic was one of balance. Hosea questioned, Dutch inspired. Hosea's death in Saint Denis wasn't just a loss, it was the end of Dutch's sanity. Dutch, he believes in something, even if that something changes every day. To Arthur, Dutch was a father. He gave him purpose, but he also exploited him. In Arthur's journal we see doubt growing. Dutch was always right, wasn't he? The tragedy is that Dutch did love him, but his selfishness blinded him. When Dutch abandons Arthur at the plantation, faith shatters. The line, "I gave you all I had," isn't just Arthur's, it's a lament to the father who betrayed him. Micah didn't corrupt Dutch. He was the catalyst for his true self. Both share contempt for weakness, but Micah lacks the mask. Dutch chooses him because after losing Hosea and Arthur, Micah restores his illusion of control. In the early chapters, Dutch is strategic, protective. His mistakes like the Blackwater Ferry he blames on bad luck, not arrogance. He believes in his own myth. "I have a plan" is more a mantra to calm himself than others. After losing Hosea and Lenny, Dutch obsesses over righteous vengeance. Acts like killing Bronte in rage or burning the plantation are power rituals, proving he still controls something, even through violence. Dutch suffers from narcissistic disorder per Dr. Jennifer Burns, RDR11's character. He craves constant admiration, and when the gang fractures, he turns to manipulation. Which one of you betrayed me? In Red Dead Redemption 1, Dutch is a ghost. His speeches are parodies of themselves. What is a man but the sum of his hatreds? In the end, he chooses death over surrender, because surrendering would mean admitting his philosophy was a lie. Dutch is a Shakespearean anti-hero. He created a dysfunctional family but gave them a home. He fought industrialization but used brutal methods. In his mind, he was never the villain. They'll call us villains, but we're not if we win. Was his fall inevitable? Yes. In a world that rewards cruelty, Dutch chose to be a failed god. His tragedy isn't dying, it's realizing, too late, that he was the enemy he swore to fight. Dutch van der Linde reminds us that charismatic leaders often hide abysses. In Red Dead, it's not the bullets that kill, it's the broken promises. And Dutch, in the end, was the most broken promise of all. Thanks for watching this video.